Good day everyone and welcome to our discussion. The Chapter 16, the representation of women in the arts of media. And our objectives for today's video is about women in Western art, the beginning of female objectification, and also women in advertising, women in film in the film industry, also the women in sexualization, beauty as a weapon against women, and also beauty and the Western ideal, and lastly is reclaiming the media. I will going to discuss the first three topics of this chapter. So first is the women industry. So women in Western art have historically been represented primarily as objects of visual pleasure rather than an active subjects. So in Western art, women, they use often as the muse of their art. So this objectification trained women to see themselves through others' eyes, turning social control into internalized self-surveillance. Also, in Western art, women were rarely artists but were often muses, reinforcing ideals of beauty shaped by the male perspectives. Paintings such as The Judgment of Paris by Paul Rubens, titled Paul Rubens, illustrated how female nudity was normalized as something to be judged and consumed by men. Art critic John Berger explains that nudity is art places women on display. It means that women are just displays in Western art before. So, unlike simple nakedness, which involves self-possession, this tradition laid the groundwork for the concept of the male gaze, later theorized by Laura Mulvey. Also, by the study of Laura Mulvey, men are active viewers and women passive objects. Men are just viewers, but women is the object. Women is the desires of women of men's eyes. So most female nudes emphasize desirability, while men figures are shown as power and self-redirection. Second topic for the women in advertising, and where women are frequently sexualized to sell products. They use women to sell products. So, or stories. However, Edward Manet challenged this tradition by portraying women who confront viewer and resist idealization.
I am Rizal Alrata, your next reporter, and I'm going to discuss the women in sexualization and beauty as a weapon against women. So the first topic is women in sexualization. So women in films and advertisements are often reduced by their physical appearance instead of being valued for their abilities, intelligence, and skills. And because of that, the society didn't recognize the talents and achievements of a woman because they focus on the appearance or how the looks of a woman. So because of that, many women begins to measure their self-worth based of how they look. So also media and companies create unrealistic beauty standards to earn profit. So encouraging every woman to buy product to achieve an ideal appearance. It is unfair to expect women to change themselves just to meet their standards set by the media. Next topic is the beauty as a weapon against women. So women around the world are often treated as an object to be looked at and judged based on their appearance. So sometimes even women in media help continue these beauty standards because they are part of a system that rewards attractiveness. The pressure to always look beautiful is supported by global industries such as fashion and entertainment, making it difficult to avoid. So, in The Beauty Myth by Naomi Wolf, it explains how beauty standards are used to control and pressure women in society.
Good day everyone, I'm going to discuss the beauty of the Western ideals and the reclaiming of the media. So, beauty and the Western ideal, the standards by which people are judged, come from Western ideals. Caucasians displace and marginalize the people they colonize, who often have darker skin and darker hair, characteristics of being colored, associated with less power. The idea of whiteness also reflected a certain class, as those who were white were privileged enough to be either the product of intermarriage between native and the colonizer.